do white people keep putting this in my comments? Listen, y'all, I am mixed and white.
I am so grateful that this discussion is coming up yet again because it's something that needs to be talked about. We need to talk about that. And as per usual, there are multiple sides to this story. There are multiple layers to it. But let's start from a systemic ground, okay? There is what we call white passing or white perceived, or in Germany we say white red, quite literally, if I was to translate the German word into the English meaning. However, the narrative of being white by social standard is rooted in racism and white supremacy. Let's get that out of the way. First of all, white people are the last ethnicity to have developed, aka mutated, to our existence today. We are the least developed ethnicity, the youngest developed ethnicity, so to speak. Every ethnicity has been here long before us, particularly, of course, the blueprint, the original human beings, black people. Still, and I want you to listen to me when I say this, of course, please, I need to clarify, as a fucking cracker, okay, as a mayo monkey, as a marshmallow squish, I don't know what the fuck you want me to call you, as a white person, okay, a person of enormous systemic privilege. Listen to me when I say this. Open those unwashed white ears of yours. We have only been here for 6 to 10,000 years. That's facts. You will not debate that with me. And we have managed to whitewash human history and human achievements globally to an extent that we have managed to demonize and dehumanize the very people we came from. Did you hear what I just said? This is like you giving birth to a child and then their great-great-great-grandchildren are going to slander and slaughter and fuck up your name because they are like, this person was dirty, this person was that. And you sit down wherever you are in the heaven and the skies and wherever, probably also in hell, and you'll be like, wait, what is going on? This person came from me and this is what they're doing. We are the children of the original human beings, whether you want to accept that or not. And no, that doesn't mean, oh, at the end of the day, we are black. No, your white ass is not. Don't, okay? So the narrative of white people labeling or creating a face of whiteness has never not been problematic. Whiteness, as we know it today, has been adapted throughout the years to fit the system and the narrative of white supremacy, to an extent that there was a time in history Irish people were not considered white, okay? And no, babe, no, that's not because they were turned into slaves. Don't. We've gone over this, okay? It's a myth, it's a lie, never happened. Shh, don't do it. So still, in today's society, we still have what is being called the face of whiteness. That is, if you look, for example, like me, you will navigate the world as a white person. You'll be treated as such, you'll be talked as such, you experience the world as such, no matter what you are ethnically. Do you all know that? Do you all remember this sound? Hold on. Every time this topic comes up, I remember this sound. It's like it's ringing in a bell in my head. Listen, I'm going to play it for you, okay?
I don't really know what you are ethnically, but it's looking like cracker.
I'm so sorry. I'm still sick. I'm so sorry, okay? So, okay. Anyway, jokes apart. It happens quite a lot that there are people that are of mixed background, that are of different ethnicities, that are still being perceived as white in society. And it is very, very important that as people like that, we acknowledge that and we move accordingly. Because why? That gives us access to certain things that are like an inside job. It sounds a lot more fancy than it actually is, meaning basically that even if you are ethnically not a cracker, okay, you get cracker privilege. And crackers talk to you the way crackers talk to each other, okay? And if you are, well, the fact is there are many of us that are not there yet. But lo and behold, we will still wake your ass up too. Don't worry. So me now, when you look at me, you see a cracker, okay? Full blown on cracker, translucent ass, okay? But do you know what happened? Do you know what is the most Beautiful thing. And for me, I'm someone, I always have the time to argue. Not just the time, but because I've always been someone that yaps a lot, okay? But in my time and age now, I am like this ready, okay? I'm no longer in a situation where the situation happens and in the evening in the shower, I'm like, I could have said this. I will unleash it on you. You will not even have time to, because I'm speaking, okay? And you will be quiet. Trust me. So more times than I can count, it has happened that other white people talk about a certain demographic of people, sometimes my own people, sometimes about North Africans, sometimes about Arabs, sometimes about black people, sometimes about indigenous people, and they be dropping slurs because they don't know who the fuck I am, okay? Because you can't see it. It's not there. Yeah, it's not there, okay? That's kind of sad because I wish it was different. But hey, let's go with the flow, okay? It is what it is. I was given this face for a fucking reason, okay? So these people will be sitting down, yapping, insulting, using slurs, and I'm just like, excuse me, do you know you have 30 minutes? And do you know, I don't always come out like that. First of all, I will, evaluate the situation and the conversation. And then when they have finished dropping their insults, I'm like, do you know this is who I am, or this is where I'm from? And do you know, I swear to God, in 9 out of 10 cases, they'd be like, oh, but you're not one of them. Really? I am not. It's true because I'm worse. Okay, on a more serious note, people that are not passing, for whatever reason, they don't need to have these conversations. Our siblings that don't look white because they don't fit the narrative of whiteness in the system of white supremacy, they don't have to have these conversations. This is on our shoulders. It's primarily on the shoulders of white people that are white, okay? Cracker and cracker, mayonnaise and milk, if you wish, okay? However the fuck you want to call it. So it is your job to get your white ass and your white family in check. Okay, it's your job to make sure that these people are on the right side of history. That's your collective guilt. That is your ancestral curse, blessing, aka however you want to call it. Okay, that's your job. That's your moral and historical and social duty. But we all know most of you don't do that. So then there are other white people that might ethnically not be white, but are passing as white in the system of white supremacy. And we have seen two sides of the story, okay? We have seen two sides, not personally. I don't experience that shit personally. Because if I don't open my mouth, you will never know. You think my name is fucking Lisa Marie, okay? God. But I have seen two sides of the story. I have seen the treatment of my mother in the hands of white people, and I've seen the privilege of white people in myself and my father. You're not going to fucking play with me, okay? And I want everybody that is like that, no matter your ethnical background, no matter what you're mixed with, if you present as white, use that privilege and speak up. Because that's a very, very powerful situation to be in. Because you can be yapping, because you know both sides of every story. You know it. You have seen it in our parents. You have seen the treatment in our parents. And at the same time, we have the cultural spice it takes to not put raisins in our fucking potato salads. Okay, shut the fuck up. So I get that this is a sensitive topic because still at the end of the day, we are white and we pass as such and we navigate as such. So let's give our siblings that are not that room to thrive without us present, okay? If they want us present, they will call us in. They will open the door. They will give us a seat, okay? If they don't, just wait in the hallway. We are good, okay? At the meantime, let's have a round table talk. Let's have our conversation because I need us to come together and realize that we have a higher moral responsibility towards our siblings to speak up than sometimes everybody else. Because our face is the face of the oppressor and our soul is the soul of our siblings and of our ancestors. And we owe these people to speak up. We owe our ancestors. The balls use that white face we've been cursed with to speak up. Okay? Because like some people say, we have the complexion for protection. But it is what it is. What do you want me to do? It's no sugarcoating shit around here. You know that. So if you're like me, get your ass up and speak up. And if you're not, please don't complain if I cuss you out. I've warned you.